Lipsey and Jones are in the backcourt for the Cyclones. As good as you're going to find in the country. Jefferson repositions. And it's a three. And it's put right. Just spirited conversation with this team during that timeout.
It wasn't really a conversation because that would involve other people talking. That was all Chris Beard.
Heisey with a three. And the size carried over.
That certainly did. And he's got brothers who played Division I college football. Didn't take Curtis Jones. Sealing their men so he couldn't help, as Chatfield did right there. Let Heisey get all the way to the rim.
Long shot will drop.
He's a very good player from Northern Iowa, but he's not a first team, second team all Big 12 guy like Gilbert.
The look away! A chance. Best player in the state when he came out. He was first team all conference last year, and he was second on the defensive side.
I would say first half very efficient by the Cyclones, even if the shots aren't dropping. Look at that pass.
Lipsey able to find Jefferson. 2 of the game.
Well, that defense we talked about earlier has kept them in it. And Dylan Mitchell is arguably as good a defender as there is in his league. He didn't even make first team all defense. That's criminal.
Lipsey inside. Jizzle James on the move into the paint. And just kind of checked it up at the rim. Wasn't able to hit. Feed inside. Jackson, the easy 2.
I'll tell you.
Lipsey brings the ball up the floor. The Ames native making his 100th career start today. This is the 14th in school history to start 100 or more games. And a nice feed here to Chatfield. One dribble and off glass for 2. Good fit.
It's got to give a little bit more resistance on that. He got there in time to help.
Heisey right past Hawson for 2. Wow. Explosion.
Is doing a number in the paint. Deshaun Jackson, Joshua Jefferson, Chatfield. There's another one.
Jackson connects. 7 points off turnovers for Iowa State in this game. That has been the big stat all year for the Cyclones, and again here this afternoon. Jefferson back on the floor. 12 points in 12 minutes as Jefferson continues to battle foul trouble.
Yeah, he's been able to hang on.
Jones for 3. It's good. Curtis Jones again.
Took advantage of Tamin Lipsey coming a little bit off of Baker. You've got to be careful against BYU to not overhelp. And Iowa State's done a nice job so far in this game.
Jones for 3.
Speeding up the tempo. Some transition baskets have really helped BYU. Gilbert. You hear the oohs and ahs from the crowd. The 3. That one's good. First make.
Keeping the ball in front of them.
15th BYU turnover. Let's see if Iowa State can keep the momentum going. That 3 is good. Down to 6. Now it's back up to 11. Lipsey goes right through. Great pass. Heisey dunks it home. 1:32 to go. Iowa State has missed their last 4 shots. And they've had some good open looks. Jefferson's not going to miss that one. Tips it in. Under a minute to go. Iowa State with the ball. But down 3 now. Lipsey. Momcilovic. Tie game. Cougars lead by 4. 3 minutes to go in overtime. Momcilovic for 3. Another one. Under 2 minutes to go. Jefferson. One dribble. Little shot fake scores. Timeout Iowa State.
A very physical player. His Wildcats trailing by 9. Here's Lipsey now. Momcilovic.
Coming into tonight, last two games, 10 of 21 behind the arc. So he's kind of a feast or famine, but never afraid.
There's Momcilovic. Heisey saves. Lipsey has it. Cyclones by a dozen. Momcilovic. 36-22. We close in on 4 to go here first half in Ames. Momcilovic got another.
In the response after that challenge to them during practice this week, he said, we can't just rely on the fact that that ball is still going to be able to drop from outside. I want some more of our offense to come off of our defense.
Yeah, that is really the hallmark of this team. Up and under. And
Here in Ames.
Nice. Inside and Lewis. Fancy move, lost the handle, puts it up, tip wouldn't fall. Lewis there again, and eventually it's Jefferson. Lipsey the other end. I'm out of breath. Jones, ball fake. Got it. 11 threes.
And that can evaporate quickly, especially the way they turned it over.
Lipsey almost lost it. Up ahead, Heisey throws it down.
OSU. Arturo going to take a seat. And look at the points off turnovers. All of them belong to Oklahoma State. They have 10 points off the Cyclone turnovers. 3, Heisey from the corner. Nate Heisey.
You know, Iowa State is good as anybody, helping and recovering and getting rematched up.
Lipsey has been short with a number of shots, but he's able to get his own miss and find Jefferson.
Well, Tuesday night, so you better than if you played Wednesday. You got extra time to get him some treatment.
All alone, Chatfield.
6 paint points against Oklahoma State the first half. I think that was because of impatience. But they're in front of their coach here the second half offensively, and I bet you they run better.
He's a fourth-year junior, missed a couple of weeks with an ankle injury recently. Arsenault stepped up nicely in his absence. Great feed inside. I think it was implied, though.
I don't discriminate like you do.
Made them both. And a 5-point lead. Momcilovic. Yes! And it's down
4% as a team, and Dak rattles in both. Well, their defense continues to improve. They're coming off of the outstanding win against UCF. The number one key in this game is they can't turn the ball over consistently. They've been terrible in that category. 15 turnovers per game. And they also have to handle those Iowa State double teams. You mentioned them going with the bigger lineup. Malone is going to face double teams like he's never faced before. Iowa State on a 7-0 run. Keyshawn Gilbert responsible for all 7 of the Cyclone points, the 3-pointer plus a couple of assists. Now Heisey measures up a 3. Jones only 2 shots. They're just built differently. For all conference level guys, they don't mind other guys getting the credit. Here's that double drag series they're so good at.
So quick on that against Kansas, and since then the freshman has really settled into his role.
That shot off the mark by Debo Coleman. Both teams made their first shots from 3 and haven't made one since. Pocket pass. Jefferson has an easy 2. Darius Johnson gets his first. Debo Coleman can't cash it in. And here comes Lipsey looking for some teammates. No one there, so he gives it back to Jones for 3. And he cashes in.
Took about 3.5 minutes for TCU to get on the board. Drive, that's the floater.
And it's ain't over and keep Jackson or Jefferson off the glass. I want no part of that.
Reynolds bumped into Jefferson, who lowered his left hand and knocked the ball free. And at the other end, more points.
He snatched back there.
5 points for Noah now. His 5 points in his 18 minutes. Lipsey, blind pass into the corner. They want this to go.
Uses his size well to create angles off the drive.
White tried to find Manning on the back cut, but it's the 13th turnover for the Frogs. Gilbert, one dribble, gives it up. Jefferson kicks to the corner. Momcilovic for Lipsey. Tamin had trouble containing the dribble, but now an open three.
What was that? Diallo saw the mismatch and saw he had Lipsey on him, a guard on him, and thought he could just attack him, and he thought he got the whistle and didn't get it.
Another three.
Here he is on the wing. And Joshua Jefferson steal. A good defense from Iowa State. Down the lane, Deshaun Jackson had it stripped, got it back.
Right now, just missed a point-blank putback on the road that you just have to make if you're going to win these type of games.
Joshua Jefferson spots up and a three.
Once they get Momcilovic back, if Lipsey can continue to shoot like that, the sky's the limit for this team.
Lipsey 3 for 4 from 3 today. Leads Iowa State with 18. Joshua Jefferson,
free! For Jones' success, because he was the third musketeer last year that didn't get the attention of Gilbert and Lipsey.
Right side, and that one leading by 5.
Think you know something about toughness playing for Rick Barnes?
Jackson collects and off the glass and in with that left.
He capped the first half with that long three. This time he turns it over. Lipsey in the open floor. Jefferson at the other end.
One of those make or break shots. He misses that, this game's over. You stay alive with that made three.
Pocket pass. Jefferson from Lipsey.
He won't miss those. Boy, both of these teams in the second half shooting lights out. Gilbert on the other end.
Jones. There it is. The first three.
Little horns look. This is what he's good at. Back downs. Drop. What a steal.
Harris came in there and got it. Ball still loose. Jefferson got it back. Jones. Again! Against this team, when you're playing well, you turn it over too many times, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, you turn it over. You don't want to get too simplistic, but you turn it over. You don't get a shot. You don't get a chance at an offensive rebound, and you don't get a chance to get fouled. 3 really good things for your offense.
Joshua Jefferson lays it up and in. Nice job. DJ Otzelberger says, block out the noise, block out the distraction. Don't let people be patting you on the back all the time. Go to work. Keep playing as a team, playing hard, doing what you're supposed to do, and the results will come. Jefferson from Lipsey.
Star who found him at a very young age, and he has a lot of mentors, a lot of people helping.
Here's a lob out of a timeout, and that's the third time today that they've got the inbound. Clones have to go 94 feet to try to tie or win this game. It's Momcilovic. Now Lipsey across half court. 2 on the clock. Lipsey, Jefferson, it's in! It counts! We're going to overtime!
Cyclones by 3. 5 minutes into this opening half, and Jones with his second field goal.
We'll give Chatfield credit. Victories, right, if you're Utah, but they've definitely played better in this game than they have the past couple. They're tougher. I mean, they obviously had a couple good practices, but right now, just no legs.
He's had a better year than Edgecombe.
He can really fill it up in a variety of nice look here.
That's none. And Iowa State with a chance to add to this lead. Gilbert.
He's got what he wants here. Gave that dribble up. Automatic switching.
So John is having to chase guards all over the floor. Gilbert steps through.
That's all that closeout. Hands-on coach. Delegates great with his staff.
The lead is 6, and for Baylor, who's not shooting well right now, 4 of 18, just trying to stay close. Joshua Jefferson, St. Mary's transfer.
That is stunt. You can't leave him alone.
Knee injury. It's the last 11 games last year. He's back. Lipsey feeds Jefferson in tight, and he gets the bucket.
Edwards to press.
Yeah, Morgan State showing a little bit of a diamond here, kind of walking Iowa State back, trying to create some tempo, but the ball gets to the middle of the floor and right.
Big first half.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He plays so well down there on both ends of the floor. He has a great feel.
Gilbert to the rim, easy.
Yeah, Jackson just cleared way out of the way on that one. Middle of the floor ball screen, but there's a lot of the same similarities when it comes to dribble handoff. So he goes, that's one thing we need to continue to work on and get better at as we just get into this conference season so quick.
Jefferson, bully ball.
Thomas got that to go, and Keyshawn Gilbert did a really good job of contesting and not fouling, but Will Thomas got it to go anyway, right back to the zone.
That's good defense, but a better shot.
Yes.
Lipsey to Jefferson, back to Tamin. Tamin drives, dish, Gilbert, finish.
Fantastic finish. Tamin.
Batar Wade gets it stripped by Jackson. Lipsey back the other way. And Tamin gets it knocked away, but he gets on the ground, somehow comes away with it. Jones for three, got it!
That might be one of the crazy.
Over 5 minutes left in this first half. White, a long three, off target. Momcilovic will start the break out to Jefferson.
Feels like Omaha's going to have to weather a potential run from Iowa State. You can just feel it in this building. Oh, I love it.
Jefferson spinning. It's the Cyclone whirling.
John Gill.
And for the record, I agree with you. One of those handful of teams that you really do feel like has a legitimate chance to win a title is Jefferson with the
Get the dump down from Lipsey. Love it.
White again tries to go up and over, just rims out. Lipsey back on the other end, sails a pass, high Z, high arcing three.
And the first two for Traore. Jackson lowers the shoulder and scores off the glass.
Oh, nobody at home.
Averaging 16 points per game. He started the first game of the season, but he's been at his best off the bench, and now a turnover.
He's so good. 2 steals a game, jumps passing lane. Heady kid.
Now Jefferson, he'll try for three, and back-to-back threes falling down for Iowa State. Oh, now for the native from Council Bluffs.
What are you doing there one-handed?
Harding lost it. Jones wide open. How about that sequence?
And he hurt his foot at him.
Iowa State is going over all dribble handoffs, trying to make it very hard on Jackson State. And now you have Jackson with great ball pressure for another turnover for a layup.
Scored 80 points in every single game this year. And right now on pace for well over 80 points today. Lipsey, extra pass. Jones got it.
Good skip. That's a really good call there because he can shoot it in, he can cut and finish.
Speaking of Gilbert and the finish, there it is. It finishes it.
A little Keyshawn Gilbert wise, but hey, right back at you. If you're going to, Reyna's come out and really played aggressive this half so far. He's finding shooters. He's trying to turn the corner on some of these ball screens and dribble handoffs.
Look out, Keyshawn. I bet that felt good.
No doubt about it.
Looking for a backdoor pass and another turnover.
Yeah, right. I did. You just couldn't come up with it.
Jones to Lipsey. Jones a deep three. You bet.
The cancer's going down because of early detection.
Serena finishes a three-point play. Jackson back in, and Jackson with a quick bucket. Consecutive games about to make it 8. Backdoor pass. There's the spin and the strip. Cyclones have numbers. Lipsey to Jefferson with the left and the finish.
There couldn't quite get it. $1 million move, 25-cent finish, but he's going to get those, and he gets another one.
Back-to-back steals for Heisey. This one he pulls back out. Lipsey with the crossover. Leaves it for Jackson. There's the finger roll and the foul.
Ball screen. We typically do not see Gold roll, but right there he rolled right to the rim. No weak side tag. Good pass right there by Cam Jones.
Now the freshman Noyes Indricitis, number 15 in white on the floor for TJ. And they go in.
Once again, you see the body control. He's as good as any guard in America when it comes to controlling his body on attack.
And here comes a turnover and transition offense. And that is the Cyclones.
In your way, but the longer you play, things can change in a real quick instant.
Jones, who's 30th in the nation in scoring, just 1 for 5 in the early going here in Ames.
Well, that's also partly due to, like I said earlier, Lipsey and Gilbert are two of the best defensive guards that he's probably seen all year.
And now double. 17 points, 13 boards, and 10 assists. That was the first Marquette triple-double since 2003 when Dwayne Wade turned the trick in the Elite Eight. Speaking of
weak teams, nothing close to that here and now.
Dayton, I think, is a second weekend team.
Nice look ahead. Lipsey to Gilbert.
Two-turn offensive end. I think as he becomes a more focused rebounder, he's going to get even better.
And the ball coughed up again. Momcilovic lays it in, and it's the largest lead.
And it doesn't expend a whole lot of energy with the officials.
Well, there's a lot of energy coming from the fan base, that's for sure. You know this very well. Obviously, TJ Otzelberger knows this better than anybody. But Ames, Hilton Magic, you've been there, I've been there, although I haven't been there in many years, would love to go back. I mean, it is a special place. You want to talk about a building that just can explode and help the home team. Hilton Coliseum is it.
Hilton, nice job in containing him, but he bounced back in a big way against UConn. And those 10 rebounds against UConn were huge.
Gilbert for 3.
So that's the leader for the Flyers in scoring, rebounding, and steals that's sitting for now. A little over 8 minutes to go in the first frame. Lipsey working against Malachi Smith. Found a streaking Keyshawn. Oh, wide open in the corner. That's Curtis Jones. Nobody accounted for him.
Mistake by Javon Bennett. He was seeding the play for Auburn. Not that they're inexperienced basketball players, as we see another turnover, but they're inexperienced at Auburn.
Oh, Lipsey.
Really to get a break and get off the floor. I'm not sure if he re-aggravated the knee.
Oh, wide open, getting lost behind the...
Bobbled it and lost it. Now looking to drive it as Garner. He has it turned over. Out ahead to Jefferson from Lipsey. Can't get it. And the Jags back down the other way, but this is picked off. Opportunity for Iowa State, and Jefferson will flush the run. IU Indy 0 for their last 4 from the field. Make it 5. Lipsey will push it ahead to Jones will attack. Boy, great ball. More intricate with plays, and right now they're giving Iowa State some fits here in the early going. Is that 3 off the mark? Lipsey with the rebound behind the back pass. Jackson finishes it. Here's Chatfield, who just entered the game again. Hall in the paint. Can't get the layup. And the rebound to Gilbert.
Good pass and a good cut. Just couldn't quite get it to go. But here comes the Cyclones in semi-transition.
Gilbert. Got it.
Let's get our feet set, and now that'll start to play.
Petty averaging double figures last year and this year. And now he has 2 points. 20-plus minutes into this contest. Lipsey with the lob to Jackson, and oh, the rim is hurting.
Iowa State's defense is really stiffened, and they're forcing Mississippi Valley State to use most of the shot clock. That time was down to 6. Indricitis comes the other direction and scores.
Yeah.
Finds Ivory for 2.
And a little right back at you. Talked about live ball turnovers. Mississippi Valley State just put one back on Iowa State.
Cyclones lead 21 as we near halftime. Lipsey gets around Moore and trying to finish it and doing it with the season.
Yes.
Open in the corner. Antonio Sisk. Gilbert runs down the rebound. Lipsey, Jones, 2.
That's 3.
It doesn't get any easier next week. They get to play at UConn.
Yeah, I know it. And then sometime down the road they play Texas and Missouri.
Heisey for 3.